You know, right now, a lot of the other brands, they're sweating. Artificial dyes, they're being banned. Artificiality is being banned. But you know who's not sweating? BODYARMOR. BODYARMOR's never had any of that in their drinks. It's all natural, it's tasty, it's better, so choose better. Choose BODYARMOR.
Frank Walls. It's time for Frank Walls.
All right, well, we got kind of a Frankette walk today. I got Nicky Clicky, and well, time for a little walk to find out a little bit more about this guy.
I'm very excited, Frank. Thank you. So we just start with what? One step?
Yep.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's how you usually walk. Is one step after another.
That's right. I didn't stretch.
No, you didn't. That's the good thing about walking. You don't need to stretch.
I know.
You just need to get your ass moving.
So, all these are outside. What are your thoughts on the treadmill, Fleming?
The treadmill, I feel like I'm stuck in a prison.
I need to see you on an elliptical.
But you don't get the step counter.
You're right.
It's like you're just like walking and not getting any awards. In fact, my step counter doesn't even it's like you're sitting.
Yeah. I'm glad you called it a step counter, not a pedometer. Pedometer sounds like them taking attendance at Little St. James. The little clicker as you go through the door.
Well, I got it. I know another thing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I remember I guess I don't want to call it a pedometer because I remember the Peter meter.
The Peter meter?
Yes.
What's the Peter meter?
I don't know if you want to put this in the episode.
Oh, no. The Peter meter's got to make the episode.
All right. When I worked at the courthouse,
okay,
there are people who were on the Megan's Law list.
Okay.
And they would sometimes go up for parole.
The Megan's Law list would be, is that people that...
sex offenders.
Yeah, okay.
So
for those that don't know.
Well, these are the ones who, so trying to get out of prison and put into a less restrictive environment, they would actually show them like pictures and see how they responded to the pictures. And if they didn't, and once they're in jail, and let's just say if there's a certain stimuli,
yeah,
they're considered highly dangerous.
Wait, do they strap it around their...
Yeah.
It's like the Mohs scale. They measure hardness.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. And you called it the Peter meter?
That's what the nickname is.
Dude, we need to get one of those in the office.
and what it is they have these hearings about these people and their danger level.
Yeah.
And one of the things they measure is if they're too dangerous to be let out of prison.
So like there's like a level where they can be too hard, and it's like, you're going to prison, buddy.
Well, it's I guess it's more like how fast it responds.
Okay. Holy shit, I didn't know that kind of tech existed.
I didn't know either, but I was in the hearing, and they talking about the I forgot what the technical term was. It was response to images.
Yeah. The Peter meter. It's the Peter meter. Plain and simple.
That's what everyone it's like. That's the only way to describe it. It's a Peter meter.
Is there a single thing you miss from the courthouse?
No.
Not one thing?
Not one thing.
That fair enough.
I mean...
How long were you there?
16 years.
Jesus, Frank. They give you anything on your way out?
Nope.
Okay.
But then again, in fairness, it was right in the middle of COVID. There is not even... Everyone was working remotely at that time.
Anybody ever pull a gun out?
No.
Okay.
But there was a time... Before I was working, that something happened.
Bad?
Yeah. Where, someone snuck a gun into the, it was like someone who worked for the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Snuck a gun to their boyfriend, and the boyfriend shot an officer and tried to escape.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
If you would have been there, it would have gone down differently, like Wahlberg.
There was one time during trial where the guy was waiting for a jury, and he got I guess he realized he was fucked.
Yeah.
He was going to be found guilty. He was going to go to prison for a very long time, probably life.
Yeah.
And, well...
Oh, fuck.
He, There was an open window, and he climbed through and jumped 10 stories, and he landed on like a little roof that was like on a dirt floor. And until they fixed the roof, near the end of my tenure at the courthouse,
Yeah.
you could still see like the stain.
Of his body?
Yeah, you can still see the indent in the lower roof.
You're telling me this story grinning ear to ear, you sicko.
Well, it's the stories at the courthouse.
It's stories from the courthouse, I guess.
I remember there was one time when there was a trial going on, and there was an armed robbery trial. Mm-hmm. These guys were following people out of a strip club and robbing them. And it was their sister, his sister was stripping. One of the guys who was the robbery,
Yeah.
his sister was a stripper.
Oh my God.
And so they're all hanging out, and the police actually just happened to pond away as they're driving him. And you see the guy with his hands up, and that's how they arrest these two guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
With their hands up like this.
Yeah, they actually caught the robbery in process. So they're testifying. One guy didn't even want to testify because in his property was crack, heroin, and marijuana. He was actually a drug dealer.
Not what you want?
Yeah, so he didn't even. So they robbed a drug dealer. So he like reluctant, and he's the one that they actually caught.
Hands up like that.
Yeah.
In the act.
Yeah, so
can't get much more guilty
and he didn't
than
really
that.
want. Well, he was the victim.
Yeah.
But he was a drug dealer, so he didn't want to say no.
Oh,
no.
Jesus. Oh
So
my
it's
God.
like this wild thing. So they're testifying.
And this is why you're working.
Yeah. So someone comes in to testify. It was the sister who's a stripper comes in to testify while everyone was hanging out outside this strip club in Irvington, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And let's say she was a little rotund. She's not the traditional stripper that you want to see stripping on a strip pole.
There was a strip club in my hometown that's specifically for those types of strippers. It's
So she is like, and she's got a cold, so she's like got snot running. She's actually oozing as she's testifying.
an oozing fat stripper. That's
Yes.
just how everybody likes. That's how Betts likes them.
So she says, well, "Why is everyone hanging outside?" Because they're trying to like say that she like pointed out who to rob,
Yeah.
and then she says, "Well," she goes, "It's hot as a motherfucker in that club." So the prosecutor, without even skipping a beat, goes, "So tell me, just how hot is a motherfucker?"
That's what the prosecutor said?
Yes.
God damn.
That was in cross-examination. It's hot as she said, described the club as being hot as a motherfucker, and he looked at her and goes, "Well, just how hot is a motherfucker?"
Yeah, tell us. Fleming, you have some interesting stories. You have an interesting past.
Yeah, so now what about your past? I mean, you went to West Virginia, you knew KB growing up.
I knew of KB growing up. We're from the same small town of Bethlehem, West Virginia. But when he was focused on like wrestling and making friends, I was playing World of Warcraft.
And watching all the Nicktoons.
And watching every Nicktoon.
And finding all the Pokemons.
Yeah, except I'm a little rusty, as you know, from the niche.
Ugh.
This is our year.
Well,
Book it.
We've been stumbling this year.
But I think we're in a good spot because we can't go into the tournament with high expectations, right? Every time we do, we get fucking upset by large. And Ken Jack fucked us last year. I hope you haven't talked to him since. I hope that's a mortal enemy for you.
And the other one that always gets us is the damn Uptown Balls.
Uptown Ball. Tommy Smokes is my biggest nemesis in the world. I wish nothing but the worst for him. How's he been?
He's doing fine.
Okay.
I think he's finally he's did something with Survivor.
Yeah. It's just like a fan thing. He'll never make the actual show.
I mean, come on. That's the only way I could. I wouldn't watch that show for the other reason.
Oh no, Tommy Smokes would be the only reason.
I mean,
Would you ever do it?
I watched. No.
Would you ever do the Office one here?
I don't think I would be comfortable doing
No,
that.
no,
I thought about doing it last year.
Dude,
But the problem is if you lose, you have to like hide.
Yeah, you're right. And like, it seems like it ruined a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about
I don't think that's my type of content.
Have you ever thought about writing an autobiography?
Maybe down the road.
I would be very interested in it. What would you name it?
I don't know.
Made it out the mutter? Little entendre if you were a natural birth.
I don't think actually, I think I was a cesarean, so.
You were a C-section?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Okay.
So what's new with you these days?
What's new
You're
with
on
me?
the yak. You're doing the yak.
Dude.
Any new Rediscovering America's coming out soon?
We're working on some more videos. I think we're gonna do a little bit more casual vlog type stuff because like they're a lot easier to churn out at a higher velocity.
I mean,
going to do your raw dogs, doing stuff like this.
You never know what you're gonna see when you do a raw dog. I mean, I saw an accident.
Dude, that's one of the funniest things you showed me today. I need you commentating on every car accident, every police chase. I need like a Fleming soundboard.
Well, I think that would be a good thing to do, like news videos, and me just like commenting on the news videos.
Dude, somebody needs to make a soundboard of you so we could prank call as you. I would love it. You ever prank call? Were you a prankster?
Yes, I was.
What?
Yes, I was.
What were you doing? Were you pantsing dorks?
I would typically go to like a payphone or something like that and like just prank people.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your fake name?
Billy Bob Joe Jack Smith.
That's pretty good.
I'm looking. Hello, 941. I'm looking for my Aunt Charlotte. She's in Charlotte. They named the whole town after her. Can you tell me where I can find her?
You were doing that from payphones.
Yes.
You're a menace. I was always Philip McCrevis.
Well, I was waiting for a bus. So I was bored and waiting for a bus. So I started just like doing this crank call from a payphone. You know what's funny is that payphone is actually still there, but completely destroyed. It's like got like half a phone. It's got like no tray.
Really? They need.
It looks like something that was like left out of like zombie times.
They need to put a plaque under it, man. That's like where you get started. So all of your content kind of sparked from public transportation.
Probably.
Yeah. So the walks now, though. I mean, you're a transport guy. Walk, train, bus. You gonna do some plane content?
I just try to keep myself on a plane.
Have you flown private?
Yes.
I never have. God damn, Fleming,
Yes,
what a
I
come
have.
up. Was it to Rough and Rowdy?
Yes, it was.
How was it?
That was fine.
Dude, I'm too afraid. Those things are tiny. Were you cool about it? Could you get used to that?
I could get used to it, yes.
Dude, a few more cameos and just get Fleming Airlines. Get a private jet.
And I'm disappointed we haven't done this yet. I think we should name Dave's private jet Airstool 1.
That's pretty good. That's really good. You should pitch that to him.
I've mentioned it a few times, but it seems like it's gone nowhere. Airstool 1.
I will never step foot on a private plane, dude.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Took out John Denver, Randy Rhoads.
Well, no.
Leonard Skinner.
John Denver was flying his own plane.
Yeah. Flew too low, and he might have been.
Yeah, he was a little Rocky Mountain High, probably.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Frank. Jesus Christ, Fleming. Too soon. That was phenomenally clever. I need a clip of that. There's been a lot of people attempting stand-up here. Would you ever try to get up on the stage?
Yeah, I've done it with the Mets in the.
That's right. That's right. You did a roast of the Mets. That's what I think you would excel at. I think a Dave Portnoy roast. You up there destroying Boss Man.
I like to bring back the old celebrity roast. Just bring bring on celebrities where I could just like rip them like any celebrity you can name of. Just like ripping them.
So would you want to roast? Because people say roasting's an honor. Would you want to roast a celebrity you loved or somebody you hated?
I don't know. It could be a little bit of both.
How do you like Chicago?
Chicago's fine. It's just I'm a New Yorker.
We got to get your ass here, Tank.
Well, first off, I would have seen my second straight accident.
Yeah. Bat's getting run over by a.
You know, the Dolphins used to be owned by Waste Management.
Really? It's still Waste Management down there, dude.
Yeah, Wayne Heisinger used to own
dealing with a bunch of trash.
Wayne Heisinger owned Waste Management.
I want the Steelers to trade for Tua tonight.
You don't want him.
I want Tua.
He's broken.
I want a lefty quarterback.
He's broken.
I want Cordell Stewart.
He's broken.
You think he's broken?
Yeah.
I think
first off, his hip looks like he might need to get hip replacement surgery.
A hip replacement surgery?
Yeah. His hip is like bad. He hurt it in college. He hurt it again last year, and supposedly it's not healing right. He's got the concussion issues, and then the Dolphins think offensive line. Oh no, offensive line! Aha! You don't need offensive line. All you need is speed.
You guys need Shedeur Sanders.
God
right?
forbid. I don't
no,
want
let's
that
hope
happen.
yeah,
I don't want it to happen.
Maybe. Why not?
No, I want to feel the pain.
Then you should bring Dion in to coach.
No. Shovel the dirt on his team. Let it crumble. Let it fall
Shadeur's
apart.
a legend. They retired his number.
That was ridiculous. Let it fall apart and start with a whole new regime. And as for moving, I'm a Jersey guy.
NJ Tank.
First off, moving would be a pain in the ass. In New Jersey, did they actually say we cannot protect your property because property is a construct of evilness, and in fact, they call it Marxist moving New Jersey.
They're saying that?
Yeah.
They're saying that in Jersey?
Yeah, basically,
damn.
you can't, they won't even have you, you have to do all your boxes, put them on there. They might provide a truck for you, and they said that they said if you smash your property, it's good for you because you're better off leave with nothing. The only thing you need is the sweat and labor on your back.
That is what they say.
So, and
No. Are you tired of this dude yet, Betts?
And besides, someone has to keep the lights on in New York.
Oh, Jesus, Fleming. Come on.
I mean,
what about Tommy Smokes? Feidelberg.
Well, Feidelberg does the stuff for KFC.
Yeah. He's in New York. Yeah, Feidelberg does just do his stuff with KFC. Oh,
I mean, we got to keep New York City office interesting, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You know what? Yeah, every time Tommy Smokes takes a girl out on a date, he should be thanking you that he could pay the tab. He should send you a text every time he pays for dinner. Thank you, Frank. I agree. I'm glad you said that.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing well in Chicago.
Yeah, thanks, Frank.
Hopefully this year will be the year for the Dozen Championship. And thanks again for joining us.
Fleming, you're the man. Love you, buddy.
All right.